Just because you have money doesn't mean that you still shouldn't operate on a budget. Boy, I'm so cheap, I got a McDonald's cup still in my cabinet just in case I gotta go get refills. I haven't been to McDonald's in months. What's going on with you guys? TheCaliEffect, king of games here. And today, we're gonna be giving you a really excellent video for not only budget players that operate under a budget, but maybe players that just don't wanna spend a ton of money on this Yu-Gi-Oh card game. I get it, guys, Yu-Gi-Oh's expensive, it's rather addictive, and if your significant other finds out about how much this costs, you might be in trouble. So in this video, I'm gonna be giving you some competitive budget Yu-Gi-Oh decks. Now, granted, when I say budget, I mean around the $100 price range, because we're spending money to still stay relevant. We're not spending money and just letting it go down the drain. It goes down the drain when you waste it on not good decks right now. And to be honest, that's pretty much worse than spending the money in the first place. Of course, I can't name every single budget competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I'm gonna need your help. I want you to post down below in the comment section on some of the strategies I missed. And without further ado, let's jump on in. The first strategy was one of the best decks in Yu-Gi-Oh at one point in time. The Sky Striker strategy is a control deck built on activating spell cards and gaining an additional effect as long as you have 3 or more spell cards in your graveyard. Now, I personally feel that this strategy is perfect for players that are about to lose their girlfriend because you don't need a girl, you got the waifu monsters. I mean, they look good, don't they? They're 13. You didn't hear that. Sky Strikers are really good in this format because of cards like Sky Striker Afterburner and Sky Striker Jamming Waves. Jamming Waves! You gotta say it like that every single time. Allows you to destroy multiple cards on your side of the field when you get the deck going, and then you have cards like Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor, which allows you to negate your opponent's monster and snatch it for your own use. You gotta be like, yeah, that's a really nice expensive card that you're playing on your side of the field. It'd be a shame if I used it for a turn. Now, the thing that I really love about Sky Striker is that if you really like the deck, you can spend upwards to thousands of dollars on this deck, if you so choose. The most expensive card for the deck is Sky Striker Ace Rose, and the total cost of this deck is gonna run you around $120. Another awesome control deck in this format that actually just so happened to have topped an event is Altergeist. Now, the Altergeist strategy is similar to Sky Strikers, but instead of spells, think of traps. Tons and tons of traps. Unless Ray was a boy, then they're almost alike, are they? The thing that I like the most about Altergeist is that any of your trap cards can trigger the effect of Altergeist Multi-Faker, which allows you to special summon either Silquitos, Melisseek, or Conqueree to your side of the field to gain a myriad of effects. The Altergeist strategy also has a card that can prevent their monster effects from being negated in Altergeist Protocol, as well as allowing you to negate your opponent's critical monster effects itself. It's like the deck starts off with upwards to 6 Solemn Strikes already in the main board. Did I mention you should play Solemn Strike? Now, the most expensive Altergeist card is Altergeist Marionetter at about $2 a pop. This deck is extremely cheap. Now that we have the most expensive Altergeist card out of the way, the real most expensive card for this strategy is Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanences are about $20 each, meaning that Altergeist can be upwards to $100, which is still, I think that's pretty good for a budget competitive deck. The cool thing about Altergeist in this format is, dare I say it, Infinite Impermanence isn't even a good card right now, so you can skip off Infinite Impermanences for right now and just play other trap cards. I know it feels almost taboo to say Infinite Impermanence not in Altergeist, but you can definitely get away with it right now. Now, I know what you're thinking, you're probably done with control decks. This entire format is filled to the brim with control decks. Maybe you want a combo deck. Thunder Dragon is an amazing strategy that just so happens to be budget for now. The theme of this deck is to get cards like Thunder Dragon Dark and Thunder Dragon Roar into your graveyard. When those cards are banished, you get to spell summon more Thunder Dragon monsters to your side of the field or search Thunder Dragon cards. Now, I'm gonna have to kind of stop there because there are so many routes that you can go with the Thunder Dragon strategy. You can play a Dragon Thunder Dragon type deck, which focuses on summoning huge monsters like Bull Mode Savage Dragons and Apollousa Bull of the Goddess, or you can play more of a pure combo type Chaos deck, which can summon Apollousa Bull of the Goddess and Thunder Dragon Titan. Now, since this is a control format, if you want to go more with the flow, there is still a control Thunder Dragon type deck. Cards like Dimension Shifter can completely end your opponent's turn, and is a card that Thunder Dragon loves to play under. The most expensive Thunder Dragon card is going to be Thunder Dragon Roar. It sits at about $4 for a secret rare copy, and that is the most expensive rarity, so pick it up. I have to say the most expensive card for the Thunder Dragon strategy would probably be Red Eye's Dark Dragoon, mainly because this card is really easy to summon, but if you're not playing the Red Eye's Dark Dragoon engine, then Predaplant Anaconda is still a card that you may want to consider playing because it gets Thunder Dragon Fusion into your graveyard, which can be used on the following turn to search your Thunder monsters. I don't think I got to the fact that this deck can search Denko Sekka in a control format where back row is being played all the time. Yeah, that's a thing. Now, I am really reaching into my bag of tricks when it comes to cheap, but maybe you're saying 100 is too expensive. Don't worry, guys. I'm so cheap that I reuse paper towels. Okay, I don't do that. That sounds disgusting. I am cheap enough to still have all of my clothes from high school, way back in the day where dino monsters were our mode of transportation. And I have to say, way back then, if you invested into the Dark Illusions or the Invasion Vengeance set, then Paleozoic Frog might be the best deck for you. The Paleozoic Frog concept is a very simple concept. It is a trap-based deck where the Paleozoic trap cards can stymie the opponent, whether it's banishing cards on their side of the field, flipping your opponent's monsters face down, kind of like how Book of Moon is doing right now, to even destroying your opponent's critical spells and trap cards, like when they want to use their most important virtual world monster. Nah, we don't do that here. The really cool thing about Paleozoics is that when a trap card is activated, these monsters can be special summoned from your graveyard to your side of the field, and guess what everyone is playing right now? Don't say it. I'll give you time. I'll give you time to say it. Spell cards. No, I got it wrong. It's trap cards, isn't it? Paleozoic's most expensive card used to be totally awesome at $20 a pop. But then it got a maximum gold reprint. You can legitimately build the entire Paleozoic Frog strategy for about $60, and I think that's maxing out on some cards. And the last strategy for all of my cheap friends that you guys are going to love, mainly because it's a strategy that I've been telling you guys good and never gave you a deck profile on. I would tell you I'm sorry, but I'm not. Anytime I see fiends and chains, I think about things done in the bedroom. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh, you weirdos. That's all we do. Come on now. Me and Sabby, we'll wait until we get married. The Unchained strategy is a slower deck. Your spell and trap cards gain effects when they are destroyed. Your monsters can destroy cards on your side of the field to special summon themselves, and your link monsters allow you to link using your opponent's cards. What more can you ask for this deck? The Unchained strategy is coming to form in one of the best control Yu-Gi-Oh formats. This is a deck that can genuinely compete with the other decks in the meta and actually turn some heads. The Unchained strategy is in the perfect storm, being a deck that can mainboard evenly match and play a going second type of way, or being a deck that can go first and play it slow like the other decks are doing right now, and being able to establish a board and link off your opponent's important cards. The most expensive Unchained card is Abomination's Prison at 62 cents. Is that like a joke? I mean, kinda, because the real most expensive Unchained card is Unchained Abomination, but don't worry, it's $2 per copy for that card, so yeah, the deck is really cheap. Outside of the Unchained cards, you're going to need Pot of Extravagances, which are about $20 each, meaning that you can probably build this entire Unchained deck on an $80 budget. Well, that is all that I have for competitive budget decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and give this video a like, as well as be sure to post down below in the comment section some other videos you would like to see, or of course, some of those budget decks I missed. As always, if you want to see more great TheCaliEffect content, then go ahead and click on these videos, but if you excuse me, I have to go use that noodle water that I used yesterday to reheat my other noodles. That's how we do it right now. The thing that I love about the Altergeist strategy is that any of your trap cards can trigger the effect of Sky Striker. The thing that I like most about Altergeist is that any trap card that you decide to play can trigger the effect of I keep calling it Sky Striker. I bet at this point in time you're wondering, CaliEffect, I'm not having to spend $100. I know you want $100 from me. Where is that car? Well, I mean, Access Talker.